she was contacted, not by me, it was done by somebody else. I have, oh, I wish this would stop. I don't want to save anything. Just go away.
Just for,
I'm not recording
I think
anything.
it's recording. But, yeah, there is, a dispute because, for one thing, this person has been talked to by a lot of people on BlogTV, and the reason that they know she's fake is, one, she won't show a video feed ever. She's never come alive,
Right.
and she can't answer questions about herself when people ask her, and so they kind of caught her before, and so when I heard that Hayden was coming here, I didn't know about this. I mentioned it to my boyfriend actually before, and he was like, "Wait, Hayden 89?" And I was like, "I think that's, yeah, Hayden 89." So, yeah, she, there have been people say she's gone on camera, but, you know, most people already acknowledge the fact that it's been like pre-recorded videos and things, and it's not actually her. So, I don't know. I mean, we're all skeptics here. It's up for you to decide, right? But it's pretty, in my opinion, it's pretty obvious it's not a real person.
You don't think it's a real one?
In my opinion, no. I don't have any reason to believe that it's a real person. Does she want to go on camera right now? Because, you know, we can figure this out right now. Is she in here?
I don't think she will.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you know, just something to think about. No, we're not going to do that. We wouldn't want to figure it out. You guys are funny. Oh, by the way, when I first came in here, it's pretty amazing because I'm looking at this list and I recognize most of your names. And it's pretty awesome that you're all here in the same room, I feel like. I don't know, I feel kind of honored to be in front of all these amazing people. You guys are awesome, so keep up your good work on YouTube and things.
Yes, well, I know that Andromedus appears to have returned. He was very curious to see how I'd look after 23 hours. Well, Andromedus, here I am after 23 hours, still going strong. Almost capable of putting a coherent sentence together.
I think you're doing great. I was going, you know what, when I do my 24-hour show, I was going crazy. The end of my show, I felt totally incoherent, and people wanted to talk about, you know, legit stuff, and I'm just like, okay, you know what, my brain is kind of like melting right now.
Yeah, I think you sort of get a second wind, and I think one of the benefits is that running it from my time, from 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock, the last few hours, sort of like the sun's come out, it's daytime, and your sort of like internal body clock starts
totally
waking
know
up
what you
again.
mean.
So it's actually made the last few hours a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be.
You know, there was somebody on BlogTV who went live for, I want to say, like 80 hours. It was a ridiculous amount of time. Can you believe that? Stayed up for 80 hours on BlogTV. 98 hours, I'm sorry. 98 hours. True story.
I can't even figure out, my mind's too much to be able to figure out how many days that is.
It was a long time.
That's
oh, man.
phenomenal. I mean, what we're talking, 24, 48, my goodness, we're talking about 5 days non-stop.
Yeah, we were there. It was one of our friends. It was not a big show like this. It was a relatively small show, capping out at the highest. I think it was like at 60 or 70 people. But it was the most insane thing I've ever seen. I'm just like, wow, I'm humbled. You know, I was complaining about being up for 24 hours. But it wasn't for charity.
Well, I did initially think of doing 48 hours, and I just thought,
No!
not
Oh my
chance.
god. That would be torture. It's like you've already been up for 24 hours. You're like, oh my god.
There's no way. Yeah. And it's not, if most people, if they put their mind to it, would really relatively easily stay up for 24 hours. That isn't the problem. The problem is sort of trying to interact with people, and as I say, if you're sort of like organising it from this end, and getting the co-hosts and everything like that, you're constantly sort of like what's coming up next, and you're thinking and everything. It's not just like sitting and saying, well, I'm not going to go to sleep for 24 hours. You've actually got to expend a little bit of mental energy, and that's what really tires you out.
Do you think that the co-hosts have helped you to go faster? Or do you think it makes it a little slower for you?
Oh, I think they're absolutely enormous help, because quite often I could just leave them. I mean, there was one time I just went out and took a little stroll around just to get some fresh air.
Good. That'll wake you up.
Some food, and stuff like that. I mean, to actually just do it straight on with the camera for 24 hours would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So I think the co-hosts make it a lot easier. And let's face it, they brought in most of the viewers.
Well, it's a collaborated effort.
More the donations. So as I say, I mean, I think it was 1,250 or something was about the highest that we reached.
That's great. That's really awesome. Yeah, you know what I noticed was, did you email BlogTV that you were going to be doing this? Because you did? Why were you on the second page?
No,
I was totally pissed. I emailed them about it. I was like, you do realize that there is a charity event going on with like 800 people. Why are you hiding it? I don't know.
I have to say that BlogTV weren't particularly helpful. I contacted them a number of times, and they were pretty uninterested.
You know what? It's all they care about is if you have a pro account, or if you. Yeah. Do you have a pro account?
Yes,
you do? Did you have one at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
So you even went by their fucking rules. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. When I did the charity drive, they were totally supportive.
To be fair to them, they did say, we will promote your program if you give us the details, but they'd been so unhelpful beforehand that I just thought I can't be bothered with them. And so I didn't get back to them.
Okay.
Their promotion of the program, I don't think would have really had any greater impact than the amount of people that did mirrors and promotional videos on YouTube. So I just thought there wasn't much point.
I don't know, it may or may not, because they may have stuck you on the front page for a little bit, but most of the financial support that you're going to get is going to come from the people on YouTube, so you're not going to get like random 13, 14-year-olds on BlogTV really straight out anyway. Sorry, did I just ear rape everybody? Sorry.
Someone suddenly changed, I don't know what you did.
Sorry, I accidentally touched my microphone. So, how many people have been here for 24 hours the whole time? I'm sorry, your ears feel violated.
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not sure. Is anyone answering that question? I'm not sure.
Yeah, lots of people are answering. Wow, you guys are hardcore.
I'll tell you, there's a couple of people that have shaved their head off.
Oh yeah,
hair, not the heads. Jesus Christ, Emily.
Shaved their heads off.
They didn't shave their head off. They shaved their hair off. and all sorts of weird things. But I don't know I don't know how many people have actually been here for 24 hours.
It looks like there have been a lot of people who've been here for a really long time. So that's, wow. You guys are dedicated. You know what it's like though. We did the UNICEF, and actually Richard Coughlin and I had talked about doing something similar to this, but instead having like a bunch of, kind of like you had atheists co-hosting, have a bunch of atheists with different rooms all at once on BlogTV for 24 hours. So they could have their own chats, but all going for the same cause. So that might be something that we're considering doing in January too.